Hey guys, welcome back to Bake with Shivesh. So I've been dreaming of ice cream for the longest time now, and since cherries are in season, I decided to make a very simple cherry chocolate ice cream at home without using my ice cream machine. You're gonna love this recipe. Let's get started. So I'm gonna start with 2 cups of cherries. I've pitted them and placed them in a baking tray. Now onto the cherries, I'm gonna sprinkle about 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using caster sugar. You could also use granulated sugar if you have that, and half a teaspoon of salt. Now using a spoon, I'm just going to toss the cherries in salt and sugar, and then we'll bake this in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes so they get nicely roasted. After 25 minutes in the oven, the cherries will become super juicy. I'll let them cool completely, set some of it aside, and the rest I'll add it into my food processor and blend it until I get a really nice cherry puree. Alright, this looks good. I'm going to transfer the cherry puree into a separate bowl, and onto that I'm going to go in with an entire can, which is about 400 grams of condensed milk. I just love how beautiful this condensed milk looks falling onto the red cherries. Now using a spatula, I'm just going to combine the cherry puree and the condensed milk, and we'll set this aside. Alright, now let's whip some cream. I'm pouring 2 cups of heavy cream into my stand mixer. I'm using my stand mixer to whip the cream. You could definitely just do this with your electric mixer. You could also do this with a balloon whisk, but again that would take a lot of time and a lot of arm strength. I'm going to beat this at high speed until my cream forms stiff peaks. Now for a recipe like this, there's no substitute for a heavy whipping cream. You need a cream which has at least 30% fat content for it to whip up to stiff peaks. I'm using heavy cream from this brand called Rich. It's a sweetened cream, so I'm not adding in any extra sugar. And this is what I'm looking for. My cream has formed stiff peaks, which means it's ready to be used. And now all that is left to do is to fold that whipped cream into our cherry puree and condensed milk mixture. For this, I like using a spatula and the cut and fold method to make sure I don't end up knocking out any of the air that we've just incorporated into our cream. The cream is nicely incorporated and it's ready for some chocolate and some more cherries. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of chopped dark chocolate into this and the cherries that we'd set aside earlier. We'll fold these in as well into our beautiful ice cream mixture. We are now only one step away from our delicious ice cream. I'm going to set this in my loaf pan, but you could use any freezer safe container. I'm going to pop this into the freezer overnight or at least for 8 hours until the ice cream has set properly. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, tell me by giving this video a big thumbs up. If you end up making this ice cream at home, let me know in the comments below and upload a picture on Instagram stories and tag me at Shivesh17 so I can see all your creations. I'll see you guys next week with another recipe. Until then, happy baking and take care.